Monogram's F-16 Fighting Falcon coming up next on Monster Hobbies. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in this box?
What's in the box?
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Monster Hobbies What's in the Box video where we're going to be looking at Monogram's F-16 Fighting Falcon. And say, if you really like watching these great videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel with all your friends and family. And now, without further ado, let's go down to our bench and see what's inside the Monogram F-16 Fighting Falcon. And now we return to our bench where we're going to be looking at the F-16 Fighting Falcon by Monogram. And if you have seen this plane in any movies, please let us know what movie it is. Maybe it's one with Tom Cruise. Who knows? So as we look at the box, we can see that it is molded in gray down here. And then we've got some nice pictures here. And of course, we've got a barcode on this one. And this model kit is copyright 1980. So that means that barcodes have been around for a very long time. I don't know if you're aware of that. But that's at least 38 years already. So on this side of the box we have a write-up in American, Dutch, French, German, Spanish, Italian, and Swedish. It says, designed as an air superiority fighter, the F-16 has proven capable of outstanding performance through its highly advanced electronic flight and weapon systems. And then there's more. So, without further ado, let's take the lid off our F-16 Fighting Falcon and see what's inside. The first thing we're going to look at is our instruction sheet for the F-16 Fighting Falcon. And of course it has a great write-up by Monogram, copyright 1980. This is a 1/48 scale kit, skill level 2, so quite easy to build. And after the write-up we get our paint call-out sheets as well as the symbols of what to do and what to look for. And as we open this up, we'll see it's very similar to last week's model of the F-16 Air Force fighter, the white, red, white, and blue, except this one is in gray, ready for combat or the Navy. And it starts, the instruction sheet starts the same way with our landing gear, and then our nose with the landing gear, then the body going together underneath here, and our pilot with the chair and everything going into the cockpit. The top and bottom body coming together, going over top of the pilot, which presents an interesting question. How do you paint the plane gray without painting the pilot? Because there'd be seam lines when this goes together. Okay, there's the bombs that are on the wings, and the tail fin, jet engine, and cowling. And then we get into the nose cone and radar, as well as the clear canopies. A can of peas. And then on the back we have our painting call-out colors, as well as our decal decal water slide transfer location. So now let's look at our water slide decal sheet. Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying this video, and if you'd like to see what models are available at Monster Hobbies, like this Soviet Su-27 flanker, then come on down and check us out at www.monster-hobbies.ca in our aircraft section. And here we have it. It's smaller than last week's, but it has the grayed out American star and Air Force markings. Then it's got these nice shields. I do believe you get a choice of one or the other. And these decals, although they are from 1980, are quite fresh looking still. Not cracked, very shiny. Could be used quite well on this model. What sort of decal solvent solution do you like to use, or do you just like to clear coat over the top? If so, leave a comment below. Now let's look at the gray plastic components. And we will start with the underneath of the jet. Now what I didn't realize is that somebody had already started to build this model kit. I do believe I picked this up secondhand at a garage sale or something. Or maybe it was a trade-in from some of the guys that give me model kits every now and again out of their own collection. So if you want to see one that has not been hampered with, please check out last week's review of the F-16 Air Force Fighter. It's the exact same kit, this is just gray. So just like its sister kit from last week, you can see some very high mold release buttons on here. Those will have to take out with your number 16 hobby knife, scraping flat along the top. And then here we got a little bit of glue burn there actually. You can see it's yellowed. All that will be hidden, of course, when we paint this. What kind of paints do you like to use? Do you like to use Tamiya or do you like to use some of the other brands? Let us know in the comments below. Testers is another good brand. So let us know below and I'll move this out of the way. We'll look at our next piece. Hey model aircraft fans, are you looking for great reference material like this book on the Newport? Well, check out all our book selection at www.monster-hobbies.ca. Now here's the top of the plane, and as you can see, it has some very light detail to it. You can kind of make out some of the panels on here, maybe, if I rotate the camera the right way. One good thing about somebody else starting a model is that you can actually see how it would go together. So in that gluing phase, you can see that the underneath goes quite well in here. The fit is nice. Don't have to worry about seam lines too much, just up around the nose area here, in that section of the wing. So again, quite nice, nicely detailed and nice fit. Monogram always has a good fit and finish. So now let's look at some of the other gray parts. And here we have the jet at the back. You can see the nice detail on the fins inside the jet engine. And along with it, there's the cowl, and this will be painted steel. You can also have the burn kind of colors going on there. So like black and all the different colors of blue and yellow. That's how the engine would look from the back. So you could put a nice wash in here and do dry brushing on the tops of those fin blades to make it stick out. And there you go. Let's look at some more pieces. Now we have our cockpit here, and somebody was gluing this together because there's the displays and whatnot glued in there. Again, there's those big buttons that need to be cut out with your number 16 hobby blade. Then here we have that seat, and they glued this to the back, but I'm not sure they put this in the right location, as we'll see in just a minute as we grab our pilot, drop him right in. Now, you can see he's not touching the seat. Now, I don't know if that's a model builder before me that did this, or if this is a typical Monogram mistake or something weird. But let us know in the comments below if you've built this and had this problem. But I do believe the seat should actually be up here somewhere, which would make more sense and allow for him to actually sit in it properly, like that. But again, you know, sometimes you get what you take. If you'd like to see how this looks without it being glued together, please remember to check out our previous video on the F-16 Air Force Fighter. Now let's look at some more parts. So now we have the front nose here, the air induction unit for our jet engine, and of course it's been glued together. There's actually 3 pieces sitting here. But again, like I said, one good thing is we can see how the fit and finish look once this is together. And as you can tell, if you do this right, you'll get a good fit and finish under here. And again, there's that big intake. So let's look at the next bunch of pieces. And next up is the nose cone detail. And again, we can see how this would go together on the finished model. Oh, upside down. Don't want it to be a snob with its nose sticking up. Okay, there it is. You can see it is a nice fit and finish on there. Goes together quite well. So let's see what else we got. Here we have the missiles that are located under the wings, and as you can tell, of course, they've been glued together by the previous owner of this kit. There are some seam lines on it, but again, still good fit and finish, if I do say so myself. These would mount underneath the plane, right here, and of course one on the other side. And again, it is good fit and finish. You will need something to help you align this with, but it will look good in the end. And now the components that are left on our parts tree. Here we've got our wheels, as well as some of the flaps for covering the wheels, and of course the cowling. So you could build this wheels up or wheels down. It all depends on what you want to see or how you want to display your model. And there we have our landing gear. These, I do believe, go on the missiles. That's part of the cockpit. Your landing gear, and some more landing gear detail, as well as these struts here. So again, good detail by Monogram. And now let's look at the canopy. Finally, we have our canopy coming in here, clear into view. And as you can tell, it's held up pretty well. It doesn't have too many scratches on it, considering it's been sitting in a box since 1980. But I know sometimes these canopies can have scratches on them. So if you know a good wax to use to get rid of the scratches out of the clear glass, let us know in the comments below. And that will bring us to the conclusion of our Monogram F-16 Fighting Falcon on Monster Hobbies, a What's in the Box. Well everybody, I really hope you enjoyed watching this great video where we got to see Monogram's F-16 Fighting Falcon. And hey, I didn't realize that it was actually partially built. Well, that's why this is out of my own collection. But remember, if you want to see some of our great models that are actually for sale, that are not tampered with, please check them out at www.monster-hobbies.ca under the aircraft section. And while you're checking out cool things, please join us on our Patreon account, where if you like supporting our videos, you can actually become a patron of this channel, which would be very great. And what else can I tell you? Oh yes, remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends and family. And until next time, happy model building!